If you want to learn all the details of the Greenworks 1700 PSI pressure washer from Lowe's and connecting it with quick connects, then watch this video. Hi, Gary Cruz with GaryCruz.com here, and today I'll be reviewing this Greenworks 1700 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute pressure washer. This is my second pressure washer. My first one is the Greenworks 2000 PSI. Check out my channel for a review of that one. But you can see it comes with this power cord. It's 35 foot and it's only 14 pounds. And it comes with all these really cool accessories that you can use or that are available for it. Here's the unit itself, the gun, the wand. It comes with a 20-foot hose and also this foam cannon, if you call it a foam cannon. Let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. I got it at Lowe's. I think I got it for less than 80 bucks. It was on sale. So check out your local Lowe's and see if they have any sales on it. Opening this up, it's nicely packaged. I've got this foam cannon. It looks pretty cheap here. It's all plastic. I don't think I'll be using this, but I'll show it to you later on in the demo and compare that with a really nice foam cannon that I got from my other pressure washer. Some plastic wrapping and packaging here. And then here's the gun. And it looks like it's mostly plastic as well. I don't see any metal parts in there. It comes with the M22 standard hoses. And then here's the wand that comes with it. It also looks like it's made of plastic compared to the bigger brother that I have. But the quick connect on the end is metal. There's probably metal inside. You can see that it's a max 13.8 MPS and 2000 PSI is the max for this. And since this is 1700 PSI, it's well within the range. And it's got a 140 degree max. I'll be using this with cold water, so that's not a problem. And then here's the unit itself. It's pretty lightweight. That's the first thing I noticed, which I like because then you can just carry it around. And then here's the manuals. It comes with this little tool that helps you remove clogs from the nozzle tips. I'm just guessing that if you just lose this, you can just use a paper clip instead. And finally, there's a separate bag with a turbo nozzle. Here's the front, and then that is the connection to the M22. And then there's the hose input right over there. And I'll be using quick connects on this. I'll show you how that all works. I mean, otherwise you're going to be screwing this on and off and it's just going to be annoying. So the turbo nozzle goes right in there. And then there's the 25 degree nozzle that's included. That's the on and off button. And then on the power cord itself, it's a GFCI. So you have this reset and test. All right, let's get everything connected. So the first thing I want to connect is the hose to the wand or the gun. And typically you'll have to screw that on. And I learned that using quick connects is the way to go. So I have a link in the description, but this is the Twinkle Star pressure washer adapter quick connect. This connects the M22 to a 3/8 quick connect. And so you can see how it connects. This is the one that connects to the gun. And it'll just screw right on. This is the Twinkle Star quick connect close up. It's pretty high quality. It's made of brass. It's got some bearings in the middle there to latch on to this quick connect. And that's the other side of it. I'm pretty happy with these. I've been using this with the other pressure washer that I have from Greenworks, and it works pretty good. No leaks. And the first thing you want to do is make sure you also get some thread tape. I also have a link for this in the description below, and you want to put it on clockwise. I always have trouble trying to do this and filming it at the same time, but Again, you want to put this clockwise because when you thread it on, it'll just tighten it up. And you don't really need much. I would say 3 to 4. Some people have said 8. I think I go about 4 to 5 at the max. This really just seals the threads to prevent any leakage. I haven't even tried it without it, so I don't know, but I'd rather be on the safe side and make sure that there's no leaks. And then when you're done, just pull it and then just wrap it around with your thumb. Just double check everything. And then add the Twinkle Star Quick Connect on here. It's going to be the one with the black piece. I've seen a couple videos of this Greenworks 1700. No one has used the Quick Connects. And hopefully this will be helpful for you, because once you get this on here, the biggest benefit is that it not only does it allow you to quickly take them on, put them on and take them off, but it also helps the hose free swivel around. So it helps reduce the kinks in the hose. And if you're curious of which thread tape I got, check out the description. I'm going to put that on this other end here. Again, you'll want to go clockwise. And with bigger threads, I'll go from 5 to 6 sometimes. And sometimes with bigger threads, I'll loop it a couple more times just to be on the safe side. And then I just pull it right there and smooth it out. This is what it looks like. It's pretty high quality. And then this will connect to the hose. In fact, we'll put one on each end, but let's go ahead and get that screwed on here. Make sure you hold on to it. All right, so just push up against the black grip and then also push with the Quick Connect at the same time, and then it'll eventually grab and you can just tighten up by hand. All right, this is what it looks like when you connect it. Just pull that back and it goes right on, and there you go. Look, free swivel. And then it also quickly disconnects, so if you need to put it away, it's really easy to take on and off with just a flick of a thumb. So just pull it. Now we're going to go ahead and get that connected to the pressure washer here. So here's the M22 connection. I think it's 14 millimeter. I'll just double check. I'll put it on the screen. It looks like there's a little bit of gunk in there, but I tested it out and it's okay now. It's not as loose as the other pressure washer that I have. So this is what it looks like if you just connect it on there. And you'll find that if you're screwing this on and screwing it off, you're just probably going to leave it on. And that's not what I want to do. So I got another matching Twinkle Star Quick Connect here. Again, in the description, you'll find that you'll need 2 of these. And that just screws on right there. And then the other one, just like earlier, will screw on right onto the hose. Just like that. So let's go ahead and get some thread tape on this. This is the Blue Monster. Again, go clockwise on this. Let's get this a little bit closer. There's that gunk I was telling you about. Not sure what that's about. And just screw that right on here. I mean, look at this effort that I'm going through just to put that on. So imagine having to do that every time with the hose. Okay, so it's nice and tight. There we go. Now we got to prepare the other side of the hose. That's going to connect there. Just give you a visual reference of what that looks like. And then we're going to put the thread tape again clockwise. I know it looks sticky, but it's actually not sticky. Not like electrical tape or anything. So it looks like bubble gum, but it's very smooth when you push it together against the thread. So now let's get that screwed on to the other side of the hose. Now, if you don't have Kung Fu grip, maybe you can use a wrench to go ahead and tighten it out, but I think my Kung Fu grip is pretty good. and that's how it connects right over here onto the main unit. And you can see both sides are interchangeable because they match. What a concept. All right, so let's connect the wand to the gun. I've never seen this before, but it has this plastic part that goes in there. And you have to rotate it, and then it locks into place. Now, compared to its big brother on my other video, it's a metal connection that threads right in. But I found in using this has been fine for just general tasks. On the handle itself, again, it's all plastics, pretty lightweight. Have no real complaints. There's a lock on here, so you can just press the trigger when you remove the lock, and then when you put the lock in place, it's not going to accidentally shoot someone in the face. And here's the unit here. Look, I'm picking up on the left hand, so it's pretty light. Oh, check this out. This Gorilla Quick Connect. You can get this on Amazon. Comes with a female and male connector. This is where you're going to connect this to the hose. And so if you're going to be moving from the front of the house to the back of the house or different faucets, I'd recommend getting a quick connect on each of your faucets just so that it's easier. So not only your faucet or your spigot, but also to your hose. Let's get this close-up look here. My other green ring already broke off. I think it's because I used a wrench on it and I cracked the plastic. So it's your standard hose connections here. It also free swivels. And it's a pretty high quality connection here. And my other one hasn't leaked. And since I'm making this video afterwards, this one doesn't leak either. So I got one from Amazon and I got one direct from the company. And I wanted to see if it is the same because one had this really nice Gorilla label on it. And this other one just says Gorilla on the sticker. I'm just trying to compare these two quick connects. I mean, they look exactly the same, so I'm guessing they are. Except look at the washer on the right. It has a little bit of a thread in there. Kind of a groove. Okay. Other than that, it looks exactly alike. They're both brass. They weigh about the same. Let's see if these connections are interchangeable. So let's take this one off. That's what the connection looks like there. And let's take this one off. And let's just compare that real quick. Help if I get on video. There we go. It's got an O-ring around that. And let's put that in there. Looks like it fits. Not a problem. Switch it out and it fits. All right. Well, I guess it's just the label that's different. Just use the link in the description below. Make sure it's from Gorilla brand, and then all the Gorilla brands will work together. All right, where's my thread tape? Here it is. It's a blue monster. Been pretty happy with this so far. It seems like it lasts forever. Again, put it clockwise. You know the routine. What's nice about doing it this way is that I can just rotate the connection and it just goes right on. Nice and smooth. You want to keep it nice and taut as well so that there's no slack. All right, looks good. Just pull that. Again, it's that bubblegum looking stuff, but it's smooth. Just get the little excess there. All right, now we'll get that connected onto the intake. Gosh, look at that. Can you imagine having to screw the hose on and off each time you're using this? I don't. It's because I got this quick connect. Here we go. And that connects to the hose. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, that doesn't go in there. I'm thinking it goes at the end like the other ones do, which is a standard 3/8 connection, but this looks like it's some sort of proprietary plastic connection that basically replaces the wand. So if I take off the wand, let's zoom out here. If I take off the wand, rotate this, and it goes right in there. Which way? Let's hope if I rotate it the right way. Oh, that's upside down. Let's go the other way. There we go. And that's how it works. And you'll see in the video later on, we'll do a comparison of the foam that's coming out of this compared to a nice one. And that's just garbage. So I'm probably just going to go recycle it or give it away. All right, that's it with all the quick connects. Let's go ahead and try this on outside. You can see that my spigot here already has a Gorilla Quick Connect on here. There we go. Okay. It's off. It's a pretty secure connection. It freely rotates. And that connects to my hose reel. On the end, I've got the other piece of the Gorilla Quick Connect. Oh, here's this other Gorilla contraption. I've always wanted one of these because if I'm disconnecting the hose on this end, instead of having to duck down and turn it off from the spigot, this puts a valve on the end of the hose. So it has a quick connect there, and you can see this blue valve here. You can rotate this. Took a little bit of pressure here. It looks like there's a hole in there. It's just a reflection of the metal piece at the end, but you can see the aperture of it opening and closing. Let's do it on the other side so you can see it, the detail. There, it's open and close. That silver part in the middle is just a reflection. So instead of having to go all the way over there to turn it on and off, and sometimes bumping my head underneath those stairs, we're going to add a valve at the end of the hose. That's the benefit of thread tape. Let's go ahead and get my wrench here. Let's take care of my tools. They're all rusted, but hey, as long as it still works, it's fine. There we go. Taking off the Gorilla Quick Connect that I put on there earlier. And just to be on the safe side, let's add just a little bit of thread tape on there. Whoops. Again, you want to put it on clockwise. Dang. Maybe they should make it more like bubblegum because this thing is slippery. All right, so it's on. I turned on the hose. Oh, whoa. There you go. Check this out. And that's the full stream coming out. Oh, it's windy. South San Francisco for you. Let's put these all over here. Here, I'll move to a dry spot just so you can see if there's any leaks or not. So here's the Greenworks 1700 pressure washer. What am I doing here? Here's the wand, or here's the gun. And here's the hose. Let's get these little pieces of elastic off here. And it comes with this handy Velcro organizer. That's the thing with Velcro, sometimes it's sticky. Let's just move this out of the way here. All right, so pick a side. Let's go ahead and get this connected over here on the output. So this is the twinkle star. All right, so now let's get the hose connected to the gun. Just pull that back and then push it in until it snaps in place. There you go, you can see it free swivel. So we got the quick disconnect right here. Pull that right off. And you can see that that just connects right over here. Well, helps if I take off the existing quick connect. See, it matches right there. I don't want to be like a human centipede. All right, here we go. So just push it right in and make sure it's secure. All right, so I ran into an issue here. It looks like the power was upside down. So that's not going to fit because the flap is in the way. And it doesn't look like I was able to force it in. Looking like a monkey trying to get that in there. All right, so here's a close-up of the issue that I was running into. since one is larger than the other because of polarity, I couldn't plug it in upside down like that. So luckily I had a extension cord, not that one, that goes to my bug zapper, but here's a white one. And I was getting a little worried. I'm like, oh man, it's not going to go in because it's rotated. But then I remembered, wait a minute, this rotates. Oh yeah, there we go. So check it out. I'm just going to rotate it in place right here. Put that in place. And then now, plug that right in and the light's on right above the reset button. So in my other videos, someone commented on the streaks on our concrete. It's just dried that way when the concrete was put in many years ago. So that's not from the previous washing. You can't get rid of that. I think. All right, so let's go ahead and get the air out of the hose first. So just leave this on for a few seconds to make sure all the air is out of there, because you don't want to damage the motor and have it sputter. Okay, now we got all the air out of that. Let's go ahead and add a nozzle. Let's try this 25-degree nozzle on here. So to put it on, all you have to do is pull this back and then snaps right on. Just make sure it's on there pretty snugly, because you don't want that flying right off when you turn on the power. So all modern, you can see that they're Greenworks. The motor comes on when you press the button and it turns off. This thing is relatively clean already because I did this with my other video with my other pressure washer, but I'll go ahead and try to show you how this works. So you can see me rotating this, trying to untangle the hose. Again, that's another benefit of having a quick connect. All right, let's try this table. There we go. And look at that. It's like a magic eraser. Well, I don't know what that black stuff is, but the other stuff that was on top of it, it's gone. Oh, well, we got rid of some of it. Maybe it's last year's grease. Oh, I know what that is. That's bird poop. Oh, look at that guano disappear. Damn birds. You can eat off this table now. Look at this. So fresh and clean. You can wash off all the viruses. You know what I mean. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get banned on YouTube. Gotta get rid of those spiders. You know, one thing about spider webs, they're pretty strong. It's kind of crazy. All right, looks like I got a little bit more dirt on here. Ah, this piece of concrete that my kids missed. Now I can demonstrate the real power of 1700 PSI. Look at that. Again, you want to go in nice, slow, even movements like this. You want to go back and forth really fast. I've seen people do it on YouTube. It just drives me nuts. You just want to take your time, right? Now there's this other attachment you can get if you're going to do large spaces. It's a surface cleaner. Hopefully I can show a video over that. But there you go. Here's a close-up of that mold and mildew. Just built up crap over the years. Just disappears with ease. So compared to my 2100 PSI, this will do the job. Not bad for 80 bucks. Look at the difference there. This is with the 25-degree nozzle. The turbo nozzle is even more powerful because it just takes that and puts it into a stream and rotates in circles. See, slow and steady. You're gonna have a lot of patience to do this. It's kind of like when you, I don't know. Well, it's kind of how I vacuum carpet, right? You don't want to make these weird lines. Just like carpet, you just want to do the same thing on your concrete as you're cleaning it. Let's do this wood section here. I don't think I've ever cleaned this at all, so. And you gotta go extra slow on this one because it's not that dirty. I'll take that back. It is pretty dirty. Now, I'm about 2 inches away and it doesn't really clean it that well that far, so I'm going to get a little closer. Now that I got closer, it's a little more effective at removing a lot of that built up grime that's on the wood. I mean, if you have the patience to do this, yeah, go for it. But that's where a higher power, like gas powered pressure washer would work, because then you don't have to be as close as this to get the equivalent cleaning power. Right, so at least with the pressure washer, it's not using as much water as just spraying it direct. But look at that. You can see the difference there. Boom. It's like it's brand new. All right, so let's actually check out this foam cannon. So far, I'm not too impressed by it, but I've got this Chemical Bros car wash. It's snow foam auto wash. I'm going to put about 1 to 2 ounces into this bottle. And I made the mistake of just putting soap inside. You also have to mix in some water, but it said you had to shake it first. And if it's brand new, make sure you take off this lid. Smells nice. All right, put it back on. Open it up. Put about 3 squirts in there. That's good enough. It's about 3 ounces probably, maybe more. And then here's the mistake. I put it right on and it filled it up with water. I was wondering why it wasn't coming out. But look at this. You can learn from my mistakes, because if you haven't bought this yet, you're probably going to wonder how this works too. Let's get everything connected here. So I moved from the backyard to the front yard pretty quickly. And these, again, I can't stress the importance of these quick connects. And look at this. On my faucet here, I also have a quick connect. But this is where I mounted my other pressure washer. Before, this thing was leaking like a mother. And I fixed this faucet, so no more leaks on that thing. All right, now the power's on. Let's try this foam cannon out. You can see there's water just spraying right out. There's no foam. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Oh, this is before I turn it on. So, you know, I'm spraying out some of the bird crap. I'm sorry, guano. Oh, now I turned on the power. And again, look, no foam's coming out. Like, what is going on with this thing? I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, maybe I've got to fill this up with water. So let's go ahead and get this filled up with water. Take it off. Oops. And what's nice is that without any pressure, it's just like a regular hose. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this up with some water. You can use your imagination there because I forgot to point the camera down. But I filled it up. And then I'm going to put it back on. And look, success. We've got some foam. Now, that thing shoots out foam really fast. It's not foaming up like I would like. If you would compare this to the other foam cannon, the other foam cannon makes it come out like shaving cream. And this looks like it's just a watery bubbles. I mean, it'll do the job of getting soap on your car, but the bubbles aren't as foamy. And it gets used up pretty quickly. You also can adjust this. You also can adjust the amount of foam that comes out, unlike the other foam cannon. But I'm going to go ahead and use up the soap here. In this one session, I just used up all the soap that was in there. I think I had about halfway full, so keep in mind I didn't fill the whole thing. So it's going to, one bottle should cover the whole car if you do it correctly. I'm just totally underwhelmed with the amount of foam that's coming out of this thing. All right, let's go ahead and rinse this off. All right, so we've seen a demonstration with the white tip, which is the 25-degree fan. Let's go ahead and try out the turbo tip and see how that works out. Now, this thing's really strong. You got to be careful with this because it hurts if it touches your skin. You can see how powerful it is if I just take it against this corner here with some chipped paint. So you can see it's just blowing some of those paint pieces away. Needless to say, you don't want to use this tip on your car. Maybe on your rims if you want to remove some brake grime. But this is almost too powerful. You can see this is way too powerful. All right, look at that. There's no leaks. This is the dry part of the concrete. Trust me, I didn't just move it right there. It's been there. But there, I'll turn it on and off. Even on the hose itself, this quick disconnect, that's with it on. There's no leaks coming out of this thing, even as you swivel this around. Nothing on my hand. I'm really happy with these quick connects. There's the lock. Totally approved. And when everything's done, let out the pressure in the hose, turn the power off. Let out the remaining pressure in the hose. Turn off the valve here. Make sure there's no more water coming out. There we go. Use the quick disconnect and it pulls right off. Look at that. Don't even unscrew the hose. Let's disconnect the gun. Everything's disconnected. Let's put everything away. When you use quick disconnects, you're more likely to put your things away appropriately rather than just keep everything connected out of convenience. The convenience here is that you can remove it and put them on very quickly. So look at that handy Velcro that came with the hose. Just shake out that extra water. Get any water out of the machine. And then go ahead and unplug it. Managed to do that a couple of times. And then there's the output. And this is the Greenworks 1700 PSI, 1.2 gallons per minute. I fully approve. Highly recommended. So to wrap this up, I'm really happy with the purchase. I mean, for 80 bucks, you can't beat this. I thought I was going to be concerned with the wand being that it's plastic. I mean, if you're using it just like this without adding some extra long extensions like the surface cleaner or the one that I used earlier to clean the windows. Here it is. If you spray the turbo off in a distance, you can see it rotating. And a lot of it's just air. So there's not a lot of water that was used to wash the car. So again, I'm really happy with this purchase. This is my second Greenworks pressure washer. If you haven't seen my other pressure washer, watch that video. If this video was useful for you, hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing on the way out. Again, I cover technology and gadgets in general. This is kind of a car washing gadget, but hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.